Spirit is a magazine that comes out during the school year every week, and it takes its theme from the Sunday Gospel, and it puts kids' stories about their conflicts, stories about their accomplishments, puts those together with Jesus' story. So you connect them and try to think about the story we're living in.
My students like the stories because they usually involve real people. One of the issues that we were looking at recently was about a student in Sierra Leone who was a child soldier, and now he's working for the United Nations. And just to see what an individual could do with their own potential life, I think is going to inspire my students when we read that story next week.
I think you'll find a lot of stuff in Spirit that is also very justice-oriented. Teenage years, kids have a lot of energy. They like to put their faith to work. They like to make a difference in the world, and there are a lot of ideas in Spirit about how to do that. Every Spirit is 4 pages, so you always get a story, or you get an interview with kids, or you get an article about something teenagers are doing for social justice. You always get a story or interview of some sort. You get the gospel in wonderful reader parts, and then you get on the back an Our Catholic Faith section, where we explore some of the doctrines and traditions and liturgy of the church that we really want teenagers to be thinking about in a deeper way now that they're older and have got more brain power. The people we serve with Spirit are out there in the parishes. They're Catholic teens. They are busy people who care enough to want to be leaders of teen groups in the parishes. That's our audience. We get feedback from people that it works, that you don't have to prepare endlessly. You can come from your job, you can go to the youth group, you can sit down, and it has a 1-page guide, and you're ready very quickly to have that encounter really with all the teenagers in your group. The other thing a lot of people say to us is that kids get more out of church because they have some idea what the gospel is about. It starts to be familiar. It starts to be not only do they know the story, but they know it can connect with their lives. The Teen Board is a group of high school students that comes together to look at everything we put in our Spirit magazines. It's not always easy to find stories about teen issues, so we specialize in that, finding things that would make for conversation. And you can tell if the Spirit group reads a story and takes off in a discussion, you know you've got something that'll work. But you know, if it's a story, say, about a boy and girl who are dating, and let's say the guy's real possessive and doesn't want the girl to keep her friends, you know, that's a story where you can talk about this, not just on Facebook, but you can talk about it face to face in the circle and hear how other kids handle a situation like that. So that's what it's about, to bring the real life choices and dramas of kids into the circle where we also talk about the scripture. That's what Spirit's all about. It's kind of interesting, as Sisters of St. Joseph, we have a tradition of sharing the heart. And in a sense, Spirit's about sharing the heart and sharing the gospel, which is the heart of the Bible and really the heart of catechetics. After hearing about Spirit, if you'd like to take a look at it, go on our website at goodgroundpress.com, click on the magazine, and you can page through and you can see the 3 parts. You can see the story, you can see the gospel in parts, you can see our Catholic faith, and you can see how Spirit moves from kids' lives to the gospel and then out into the world again, applying the gospel to the way we live.